My name is Riley, but everyone calls me Rye. And even now, I can still hear clearly the sound of my old suitcase being slammed down onto the third-floor hallway floor of the apartment in Capitol Hill, Seattle. That dry thud echoed like the final hammer blow, sealing the door between me and my family. That night, Seattle had its signature drizzle. Not a heavy downpour, but the kind of lingering, persistent mist that seeps into every fiber of fabric, every breath. I stood there in the narrow, dimly lit hallway, hands still gripping the suitcase handle. My mom, Jennifer, stood in the doorway, arms crossed, face cold as ice under the flickering fluorescent light. She was wearing a cream cashmere sweater that I knew for sure hadn't been bought on her hotel manager's salary. "You're 18 now," she said, voice flat, neither loud nor soft, but sharp enough to cut through everything. "You keep demanding independence, fairness, the truth. Fine, be independent. Don't ruin my new life anymore." Behind her, my stepdad Richard stood quietly in the shadows of the living room. He wore a button-up shirt, hands in his pockets, eyes fixed on the floor as if checking whether the rug was dirty. And Maddie, my stepsister, 17, with freshly highlighted blonde hair from last week's salon visit, huddled beside him, clutching her phone, glancing at me once before quickly looking away. No one said anything. No one tried to stop it. No one gave me a look of pity. I remember every little detail. The lingering smell of coffee from the evening we all sat watching Netflix, the TV still playing ads from the living room, the sound of rain pattering on the roof overhang, and the pounding of my heart in my chest, like it was about to burst. I thought she was just bluffing. Like all the times before, when I demanded she return the college savings I've been building since I was 15 by working weekend shifts at a coffee shop. When I found out she and Richard had withdrawn a large chunk to buy Maddie a new iPhone, pay for dance classes, book a Hawaii trip to bond as a family. I said I'd tell everyone the truth, and this was her response. She picked up my suitcase, the one I'd hastily packed with just a few outfits, my old laptop, and toiletries, and dropped it at my feet. Not throwing it hard, not yelling, just letting go, like discarding something no longer needed. I bent down to grab the handle. My hands shook, but I didn't cry, not in front of them. I wouldn't give them the satisfaction of seeing me break. I turned my back, dragging the suitcase clattering down the old wooden stairs. Each step creaked like it was grieving for me. When I reached the building's main door, the drizzle hit my face directly, bone-chilling cold. I was only wearing a thin hoodie and jeans. In my pocket, exactly $37 in cash, the leftover tips from last week's shift, and my old phone with 12% battery. No spare key, no goodbye, nowhere to go. I stood under the awning for a moment, watching cars pass on Pine Street. Headlights swept over my face and vanished. Seattle at night is beautiful in a cold way. Misty hills, the distant ferry horns from Elliott Bay, the salty sea air mixed with the scent of roasted coffee from nearby shops. But that night, it all just made me feel smaller and more lost. I thought about turning back, knocking, begging, promising silence, no more drama, continuing to play the good daughter in the perfect family picture Mom was trying to paint. But then I imagined the faint smile she'd have if I did, the smile of a winner, someone who'd finally proven I was just a weak child who needed her. I gripped the handle tighter. No, I wouldn't give her that pleasure. I stepped out from under the awning. The rain immediately soaked my hair, my shoulders, my every breath. I dragged the suitcase over the wet sidewalk, not knowing where to go, only knowing I had to go. I chose to walk into the rain, letting any tears, if there were any, mix with it so no one would see. 3 years later, that same old phone, now replaced but with the same number, buzzed non-stop in my pocket. Messages from a number I'd deleted but still knew by heart. "Rye, I'm sorry. Can you answer Mom's call? People are saying nonsense about me. Can you help me explain? You're my daughter. Help me, please. I stared at the screen for a long time, then quietly turned it off. If you're wondering how an 18-year-old girl with an old suitcase, $37, and a dying phone made the people who once looked down on her beg like that, stay with me until the end of the story. Because this isn't just a story about being kicked out. This is the story of how I rebuilt an entire life from zero under Seattle's endless rain, and then watched my old world collapse without me lifting a finger. I dragged the old suitcase through the steep streets of Capitol Hill, wheels rattling on the wet pavement. Seattle's drizzle doesn't pour hard, but it soaks in gradually, drop by drop, until my gray hoodie was heavy with water. I didn't know where to go. I just knew I couldn't stand in front of the old apartment anymore. Eventually, I stopped at the ferry waiting bench near Pike Place Market, the long wooden seat, freezing cold, overlooking the twinkling lights of boats on Elliott Bay. I sat there, suitcase upright beside me like a silent companion. The mist slapped my face, mixing with the salty air from Puget Sound. Around me were only a few other homeless people, curled in old sleeping bags or cardboard. I hugged my backpack tight to my chest. Inside was my laptop, a few clothes, and the last $37 of my life. My phone buzzed weakly once more before dying. 12% turned to 0% in minutes. I was scared so much my heart pounded in my ears. Every time a car passed, headlights sweeping over me, I shrank, afraid someone would recognize me, afraid someone would ask, afraid no one would care. I was hungry. The last meal was leftover pizza from yesterday. Now my stomach growled in waves, but I didn't dare spend money. I didn't know what tomorrow's food would be. I looked out at the dark bay, white ferries gliding silently. I thought about charging my phone somewhere and calling Mom. Just one call. Mom, I'm sorry. I won't say anything anymore. Let me come home. I imagined her voice, slightly triumphant, slightly fake pity. Then she'd open the door. I'd be the good daughter again, silent, letting Maddie keep shopping, vacationing, being loved unconditionally. But then I remembered Maddie's avoiding eyes behind Mom, Richard's quiet nod when Mom said, "Figure it out yourself," Mom's faint smile as she slammed the door. No, I wouldn't call. My pride then was bigger than fear. I'd rather freeze on the street than crawl back begging. The night dragged like a century. I couldn't sleep. Every sound made me jump. At one point, a drunk man staggered past, mumbling, then sat at the other end of the bench. I clutched my backpack tighter, pretended to sleep, heart racing. The rain kept falling, soaking through hoodie and jeans, cold to the bone. I curled up, head on the suitcase, trying to stay warm with my own breath. When dawn broke, Seattle was still gray. The rain had eased, only thick fog remained. I stood, legs numb, back aching from the wooden bench. I shuffled to the nearest Starbucks on Pike Street, the familiar spot where I used to study weekends. I pushed the door, the warm roasted coffee smell hitting like a fake hug. I went straight to the restroom, locked the stall. Looking in the mirror, hair matted with rain, eyes red, face pale. I splashed cold water, combed hair with fingers, tried to look like a normal girl job hunting, not one who just slept on the street. I dried my hands, took a deep breath, and went to the counter. I had only $37, had to spend wisely. I ordered the cheapest tall black coffee and yesterday's bagel on sale, $2.50, total under $5. I sat in the corner, nibbling slowly to stretch time, to stay in the warmth longer. Then I started job hunting. I printed resumes at the public library with my last 50 cents, luckily free printing for homeless if registered. I walked all over downtown Seattle. Indie coffee shops in Capitol Hill, clothing stores in Belltown, QFC supermarkets, Target in University District. I wore my cleanest outfit, tried to smile bright, speak clearly. But answers were almost identical. No full-time experience? We need long shifts. Where are you staying? Oh, no fixed address right now? Sorry, we need stability. Leave a resume. We'll call if there's an opening. No one called. No one looked me in the eye longer than seconds. I felt invisible in this crowded city. Seattle. Beautiful, modern, full of opportunity. But not for an 18-year-old girl with no home, no car, no guarantor. By afternoon, legs exhausted, shoes soaked, stomach empty, I sat on a bench in Cal Anderson Park, watching people walk dogs, students laughing on their way to dorms. I still had $32, enough for a few more days, if I was smart. And I knew I had to be smart, because I'd chosen to walk into the rain last night, and now I wouldn't turn back. After 2 days wandering with the old suitcase and a starving stomach, I was nearly broken. Seattle still rained, still cold, still foreign.
I dozed on park benches, subway corridors, even a building stairwell. The remaining $32 was only enough for instant noodles and water. I didn't dare spend more. I was afraid of running out before finding work, afraid I'd become one of those lying on sidewalks with cardboard signs. On the third day, hunger gnawed so hard I couldn't think of anything else. Walking downtown, I saw a small sign on an old building in International District. Free community lunch, Tuesday and Thursday. Everyone welcome. It was Tuesday. I didn't think much, just pushed the door. Inside was a simple community room, Asian food smells filling the air, fried rice, stir-fried veggies, braised pork. About 30 people sat at long tables, elderly Asians, young families, a few teens looking like me, dark circles, rumpled clothes. No one stared long. No one asked. I quietly lined up, got a full tray, heaping rice, braised pork with egg, veggie soup. I sat in the corner, eating slowly to stay full longer. I was scooping the last spoonful when a middle-aged woman sat opposite. She wore a dark green jacket, hair tied neatly, suntanned face with crow's feet, clearly Asian features, gentle but firm voice with a Vietnamese accent. "Have you eaten enough?" she asked directly, no small talk. I startled, nodded, mouth still chewing. She smiled lightly. "I'm Lon. I work here, helping young people in trouble. What's your name?" "Rai," I answered, voice hoarse from days of silence. "I saw you drag a suitcase in. How many nights on the street?" I hesitated. I didn't want pity. I didn't want to pour out. But her eyes weren't condescending. She looked at me as an equal, just gathering needed info. 3 nights, I admitted. She nodded. No, oh, poor you, or how could that happen? Just asked. "You're 18, right? Family?" I told briefly, kicked out, nowhere to go, no help. She listened, no interruption, occasional nods. When I finished, she slid paper and pen toward me. "Fill basic info. I'll help you into YouthCare, a shelter for 18 to 24 in University District. Private beds, locked cabinets, hot showers, 24/7 staff. Not perfect, but safe." I stared at the paper, hands shaking. I'd heard of shelters, imagined crowded, dangerous, full of addicts. But Miss Land continued. "I slept on the street your age, immigrated from Vietnam in 1981. No English, no money. I get it. YouthCare isn't heaven, but it's a first step to stand up." I looked up at her. For the first time since that night, I saw an adult not judging, not saying, "Why not go home?" Not, "What parent would do that?"
She just saw someone needing help and was ready to give it. That afternoon, Miss Land took me on bus route 49. She paid my fare, no refusal. On the way, she shared briefly. Grew up in refugee camp, did every job from dishwashing to sewing, re-studied for social work degree. "I don't save anyone," she said. "I just open doors. Walking through is up to you." YouthCare was in a renovated old building in University District, near UW campus. Inside, a few young people studied in the common room, some played board games, some cooked in the open kitchen. Not chaotic, not loud as I'd feared. Miss Land guided intake. I filled forms, got photo taken, received a personal cabinet key, and bottom bunk in a 4-person room. Bed clean, fresh sheets, new pillow. Room locked, hallway cameras. Night staff was tall guy named Marcus, friendly smile, explained rules. No violence, no substances, respect curfew. That first night, I lay on the bed, listening to rain on the window. No bone-chilling cold, no fear of someone touching my stuff. I locked the cabinet, put backpack inside, laid down. White ceiling, not dark sky or wet awning. I cried. Silently. Tears just flowed. Not from sadness anymore, but because for the first time in 4 nights, I felt safe. a door I could lock from inside, a bed truly mine, even if temporary. I thought of Miss Lan, the Vietnamese woman I'd never met before, who opened a door my blood family slammed shut. I didn't thank her with words. I just promised myself, I won't waste the door she opened. Tomorrow, I'd job hunt again. Tomorrow, register for community college. Tomorrow, survive. And I'd prove them wrong for thinking I couldn't. The early days at YouthCare weren't easy, but at least I had a routine. Wake early, hot shower, free breakfast, usually oatmeal or toast with peanut butter. Miss Lan visited weekly, checked if I was okay, pushed me on essentials. First, school. Miss Lan took me to Seattle Central College, community college downtown, easy bus access. I chose digital media, short, 2 years for associate degree, hands-on, and I'd always loved phone tinkering and video editing from high school. I applied for aid, FAFSA, independent student scholarships, shelter support. Proving no family help, I got most tuition waived and Pell Grant enough for basics. First time future felt more than survive day to day. Next, job. I needed cash now. Applied everywhere. Finally, Anchorhead Coffee Indie Shop in Fremont hired me, morning barista. 5 a.m. to 11 a.m., Washington minimum $15 an hour, plus tips. Heavy work. 4 a.m. wake, bus and rain, 6 hours standing, steaming milk, pulling espresso, wiping tables. Feet swollen, hands burned, but weekly paycheck, $400, $500. First time, money I earned felt sacred. Evenings, I signed for Uber Eats. Shelter loaned an old bike. I attached rear basket or yellow raincoat from Goodwill, $8. I biked delivering across University District, Capitol Hill, Ballard, in rain, up hills, sometimes slipping on wet roads. Some nights, back at 1 a.m., soaked, but extra $100, $150 a week. I counted every dollar, noted in small notebook. Rent, shelter-free but saving, food, bus, classes. Frugal living became a survival game. Only clearance at Grocery Outlet, Seattle's famous discount chain. 25-pound rice, $10. Canned beans, 50 cents. Frozen veggies, $1 per bag. End-of-day rotisserie chicken. Learned cheap cooking in Shelter Kitchen. White rice with beans and stir-fry. Pasta with homemade tomato sauce from cans. Week-long peanut butter sandwiches. Goal, never over $30 a week on food. One heavy rain night, rare Seattle downpour, I returned late from delivery. Soaked, shivering, hungry, no dinner. Common kitchen, only me, others asleep. I rummaged shared fridge, half onion, leftover rice, 2 near-expiry eggs, discounted mixed frozen veggies. I threw together egg fried rice with veggies and onion, splash hot sauce from Asian market. Eating at small kitchen table, looking out at pouring rain. Suddenly thought, maybe someone else is hungry, saving like me. My phone then had a cracked screen from suitcase day. Spiderweb cracks, but usable. I wiped hands, propped phone on empty milk carton, hit record. No prep, just spoke straight. Hi everyone, I'm Rai. Today I spent exactly $7 for 3 meals in a typical rainy Seattle day. This is dinner, egg fried rice with clearance veggies. Let me show how. Close-ups, each step. Slice onion, beat eggs, stir-fry frozen veggies, no defrost, mix leftover rice, season salt, pepper, hot sauce. Voice hoarse from cold, hair wet, kitchen messy, but real, slow, explaining every dollar at Grocery Outlet. Video 4 minutes, shaky, yellow kitchen light. Posted to new TikTok account, 0 followers. Channel name, Rainy Day Meals. Caption simple, Seattle rainy day, $7 budget, 3 meals. Saving 2? Comment below. No expectations, just journal, telling myself I was still alive, still creating even if only cheap cooking. Next morning, checked, 28 views. Not many, but 3 comments. Thanks, I'm in shelter too, don't know cheap cooking, trying this tonight. So real, student here, broke this month, saved. Seattle rain never stops, but watching you cook feels warm somehow. I sat on shelter bunk, rereading comments.
First time since kicked out I felt seen. Strangers out there saw me. Not the girl abandoned by mom, but someone turning $7 into 3 warm meals on rainy day. I didn't know then, but the seed was planted. Rainy day meals had just begun. From one rainy night, one cracked screen phone, and a girl determined no one, including herself, would think she couldn't rise. 6 months after that fateful rainy night, I finally dared search Mom's name on Facebook. 6 months in shelter, exhausting work, late-night studying, I'd avoided thinking about them. I was scared. Scared seeing them happy without me, scared seeing myself completely forgotten. I told myself, focus on me first, get strong enough to face it one day. But one slow afternoon in college library, between digital media classes, I sat alone at an old wooden table corner. Outside still drizzling, tapping on glass roof.
I opened Facebook on sheltered loaned laptop, old account unused since kicked out. Fingers shaking typing Jennifer Bennett. Before, Mom kept old last name, but I guess she changed after remarriage. Results immediate. Mom's profile. Cover photo, her and silver-haired middle-aged man smiling bright against sparkling Lake Washington. I clicked. Mom's page, now a perfect picture. Photos in new Bellevue mansion, 3-story glass house, infinity pool overlooking Mount Rainier, garage 3 shiny luxury cars. Photos her and Richard at charity galas, Medina golf course, Hawaii trip, the one she mentioned for family bonding. But what tightened my chest was Maddie. Maddie in almost every photo. 17-year-old now looked like mini influencer. Blonde highlights, perfect makeup, designer clothes, Gucci bag, posing in Nordstrom fitting room.
Photos Maddie driving new Mini Cooper Richard gifted birthday. Photos whole family 3, grinning before giant Christmas tree in mansion living room. And no trace of me. No old photos, no mention, no story tagging older daughter, like I never existed in this family. Like 18 years together, nights I stayed up studying, weekends working for college fund, times I skipped meals so Mom could buy Maddie things, all erased. I scrolled further, heart racing. Mom's post 3 months ago, Maddie in stunning prom dress beside Richard and Mom. Caption, so proud of my girl Madison. She's changing our lives for the better. From a tough season to this beautiful family moment. Grateful every day. Love. Blessed. My daughter. Family first. My girl. Mom's daughter. I felt suffocated. Maddie, stepsister Mom met on dating app just 2 years ago. Now my girl. While I, flesh and blood daughter she carried 9 months, was just tough season. A difficult phase passed. I scrolled more, searching my name in comments. Old neighbor, lady who gave me candy as a kid, commented under family post. Family looks so happy, Jen. How's Rye doing? Haven't seen her forever. Mom replied minutes later. Thanks. Rye decided to move out and find herself. She's grown, wants independence, exploring life. We don't hear much. I reread. Rye decided to move out and find herself. Rye wanted independence, exploring. Don't hear much. No word about throwing my suitcase in hallway. No word about don't ruin my new life. No word about whole family watching me walk into the rain without stopping. In Mom's version, I was rebellious teen who left. She, patient, sad mom, smiling, welcoming new family. I sat frozen in library, silent tears on keyboard. No one noticed. Everyone studying, headphones on. I wiped with hoodie sleeve, but tears kept falling. I felt erased, not just from home, their lives, but family history. I was now difficult phase, past, so they could move to prettier chapter with Maddie. I clicked Maddie's profile, public, full lifestyle posts, travel, shopping, parties with rich East Side friends. Photos Maddie posing with latest iPhone, released month before my birthday. I knew for sure part funded by my college savings. I remembered weekends at old coffee shop, putting money in joint account. I trusted Mom when she said, saving for your college. Now what? I closed laptop, buried face. Not explosive anger. Anger long ago. Deep, empty pain. Like I was never her daughter. Like all love I thought I had was temporary, easily replaced by better version. I didn't message, didn't comment, did nothing. Just logged out quietly, deleted history, stood and walked back to shelter and drizzle. But from that day, every rainy day meals video, Every camera smiles saying, "Today only $8 for 3 warm meals." I thought of them. I no longer did it for them. I did for myself. And viewers, people also seen as difficult phase in someone's life. I wouldn't let them define me as runaway daughter. I'd rewrite my own story. After seeing Mom's perfect photos on Facebook, I couldn't sleep many nights. I lay on shelter bunk, listening to rain on University District window, mind spinning with Maddie smiling bright beside new iPhone, Hawaii trip, life I once thought included me. I wondered where money came from. Richard rich, yes, but Mom never spent big before him. Hotel manager's salary enough comfortable, not Gucci bags or business class tickets. One evening, exhausted after barista shift, I sat in shelter common room with old laptop. I opened old banking app, savings account from 15, joint named for easy management. Hadn't logged since kicked out, afraid zero balance or locked. But that night, I couldn't bear anymore. I needed to know. Entered username, old password, Mom's birthday plus family forever. Page loaded slow, then transaction history. Current balance, 0.00. I thought misread, scrolled up. 2 days before my 18th birthday, large withdrawal, $9,400. Almost everything I saved 3 years part-time. In person at branch near Old Capitol Hill apartment. Not online transfer, not ATM. Cash, signed. I remembered exactly. Week before birthday, Mom asked for savings debit card to check strange transaction. Said bank called suspicious activity, needed verify. I asked, "Why not call me?" She smiled. "You busy studying. Let Mom handle." "Don't you trust your own mother?" I trusted. Gave card and written PIN. Thought small thing, Mom helping. Now clear. She withdrew all. $9,400. From weekend coffee shifts, summer newspaper delivery, neighbor babysitting, skipping new clothes for college. I'd proudly told Mom, almost 10K saved, enough first-year tuition. She hugged, "My girl's so smart." Now where was that money? Back to Mom's Facebook, zoomed Maddie holding latest iPhone, released month before birthday. Nearly $1,200. Hawaii photos, flights, 5-star hotel, 3 people, easily thousands. Maddie prom dress beaded, designer bag, limited sneakers. All new, expensive. Rough math, visible items alone near my lost amount. I felt choked. Not explosive anger, long past. Cold, deep pain spreading chest to fingertips. Betrayed by woman who gave me life. Not just kicked out, not just erased from family story, but future I built with sweat and tears stolen. Closed laptop, went to shelter common bathroom. Late, empty. Locked last stall, sat cold tile floor, turned hot shower to drown sobs. And I sobbed. First time since kicked out, full sobs. Tears mixed hot water down face, neck, floor. I hugged knees, shaking. Cried for skipped hangout working, late night studying for scholarships. Pride building better future for family. Cried realizing all just startup capital for Mom's new life, with Richard, Maddie, daughter changing her life for better. Thought messaging confrontation. "Mom, what did you do with my money?" Imagined reply. Deny, or joint money, or I'll pay later. Worse, block me. Not strong enough for more lies. Sat until hot water gone. Cold shock. Wiped face, looked fogged mirror. Swollen eyes, matted hair, but eyes no longer begging girl. Wiped clear, stared myself. Whispered, "You'll rebuild. Every dollar, and more." Didn't report bank. Too late. Old transaction. Mom's signature. Didn't sue. No money, weak evidence, didn't want prolonged pain. Just decided. From now, everything I earn is mine. No sharing, no blind trust. Use these hands, prove her wrong, thinking taking my future could erase me. That night, back bed, opened cracked phone, filmed new rainy day meals. Voice hoarse from crying, but I smiled. Today, $6 for 3 meals, because sometimes life takes a lot, but you can still feed yourself. Posted, and kept living. After learning savings wiped, I fell into a dark void. Not explosive rage, but cold emptiness, like all strength saved 6 months, drained overnight. Still woke 4 a.m. barista. Still smiled customers. Perfect espresso, but mechanical. Looked customers ordering without hearing. Back shelter, lay bunk, stare white ceiling, late no sleep. Stopped filming rainy day meals. TikTok silent nearly 2 months. Cracked phone in drawer. Dead battery. No energy, stand camera, smile. Today only $8. Afraid opening camera. People see swollen eyes, fake smile. Afraid mid-video, breakdown crying. Work shaky. Started late. Some mornings alarm rang forever. Couldn't rise. Curled blanket listening rain. Some arrived 20 minutes late. Red eyes, night crying. Manager anchorhead, Max, kind but strict, pulled aside after peak. Rye, I like you, you're good, but third late this month. Can't keep if continues. Nodded, apologized, promised try, but knew sliding. Spoke less, smiled less, avoided shelter common room, even missed land visits.
Afraid her asking, "You okay?" No answer. Just wanted to curl up, disappear from world, taken too much. But one drizzly afternoon, college library, Ethan, digital media classmate, sat beside. Ethan always sticker-covered laptop, huge headphones, contagious smile. We group studied often. He great editing. Looked me a moment, pushed hot coffee toward. Why stop rainy day meals? Followed from first video. Awesome. Shrugged. Ice table. No mood. Ethan didn't quit. Watched old videos last week. Someone commented, "Thanks you, cheap cooking, feeding family this month." No egg fried rice veggie video, over 40K views now. Saved, shared everywhere. Looked up, surprised. Didn't know. Hadn't opened app long. You're letting them win, Rye. Ethan straight. Someone hurt you. You let take what you best at. Don't let their story define you. Words echoed all night. Days later, Miss Lan found shelter.
Sat beside common room. Pushed hot Vietnamese bang bao bag from international district shop. Didn't ask much. Just, heard kids here you stopped videos. Why? Told all. Facebook, money taken, feeling erased. Cried right front her, second time here. Miss Lan, no hug, no mushy comfort. Just held hand, gentle squeeze. Listen, they took money, home, rewrote your story benefit them. But didn't take you. You still here, breathing, studying, working. That they never take. Don't let their story define you. You rewrite. That night in room, opened phone. Dead battery. Charged full, open TikTok. Notifications flooded. Hundreds, likes, comments, saves old videos. People asking, "You okay? New video when? Waiting new recipe." Sat late reading each. Single mom said thanks, saved milk money for kid. Student learned no more debt. Homeless said my videos feel less alone. Next morning, woke earlier. Grocery outlet, clearance as usual. Rice, beans, frozen veggies, discounted eggs. Back shelter kitchen, propped phone carton box, hit record. Voice shaky start, eyes still swollen, but smiled, real smile. Hi everyone, Rye here. Long no film, sorry. Today back new series, Meals from Zero, because sometimes life takes much, but you can start again. Filmed longer usual, shared tough days vaguely, no family details. Simple edit laptop, subtitles posted. Video exploded, not instant, gradual. Views fast, comments flood. People shared their own stories, channel followers surged. Back filming new energy, not prove mom, prove myself. Still hurt, but pain now fuel. And I knew rewriting my own story. 3 years since dragging suitcase under Capitol Hill rain. Now 21, sitting cozy small studio Fremont. Seattle artist neighborhood, graffiti walls, coffee roast smell everywhere. Apartment just 35 square meters, main room, kitchen, single bed corner, tiny balcony overlooking Ship Canal, but mine. Lease my name, rent my earnings. No one kick me out anymore. About graduate, Associate Digital Media, Seattle Central College, 1 final semester. High GPA, maintained scholarship, capstone, long series, cheap food, expensive city. Professor praised rare, authentic storytelling voice. I just smiled. They didn't know forged hunger, loneliness nights. Rainy day meals, no longer clumsy TikTok cracked phone. Channel over 1.2 million TikTok followers, nearly 500,000 YouTube Instagram. From shaky shelter kitchen videos, now own corner. Secondhand granite table, full spice rack, pro ring light, mirrorless camera, self-reward, first sponsorship.
That deal from local grocery chain, Town and Country Markets, saw $10 3 full-day Seattle series offered sponsorship.
Started free products, then official for rainy day recipes with TNC sale items. Each video, studio kitchen, simple tea, natural smile, died turning sale items delicious meals. Revenue, sponsorship, affiliates, YouTube ads, enough rent, tuition, savings. No longer barista or Uber Eats. Quit when channel enough to live, not rich, stable. Wake 7 a.m., not 4. Brew own coffee, edit late. Learned Pro Premiere, subtitles, subtle rain sound background. Viewers say watching Rye with rain feels oddly warm. Proudest, not follower numbers money. What done with them? Last month, first fundraiser, rainy day giving back. Called followers donate $50 grocery gift cards homeless youth at YouthCare. Place saved me. Initial goal, $5,000. 2 weeks, nearly $28,000. Stood distribution center handing cards, young eyes lighting in surprise. 19-year-old girl hugged, crying. I slept on the street like you.
Now cook thanks watching. Film that day, no hiding tears. Video 3 million views days. Comments flood, shared stories, more donations, volunteer asks. Partnered retired Miss Lan advisor make annual. Quarterly channel revenue portion gift cards, basic cookware pits, free life skills classes youth leaving shelter. Life stable, unimaginable. School health insurance, emergency savings, check monthly, untouchable. Fridge always full. Not just clearance, but still buy habit and viewers love. Real friends, Ethan full-time editor, college buddies, online community, handwritten thanks everywhere. Still occasionally search mom. Profile still picture perfect, Bellevue mansion, charity galas, Maddie mini influencer, few tens thousands followers. But no sharp pain, just vague sadness like old book chapter. No message, no follow, no comment. Just quietly live my life she thought impossible without her. Some heavy rain nights, sit window studio, listen steady roof patter. Open laptop, rewatch first video. 18-year-old wet hair, hoarse voice, filming egg-fried rice shelter kitchen. I smile. That girl now 21. Own home, own career, own loving community. Not wealthy, not celebrity famous, but completely independent. Every dollar from own work sincerity. No one take any more. And I know, just beginning. 3 years after Walking Rain, I thought closed past door. Own studio, growing rainy day meals, loving community. Rarely searched mom, occasional glance ensure okay, close tab. But one autumn evening Seattle, thick rain outside Fremont window, opened Facebook old habit. Mom profile still dazzling. Family Bellevue mansion, Richard smiling new luxury car, Maddie posing designer. But clicked Maddie's page. Now 20, lifestyle influencer, nearly 50K followers. Feed full shopping hauls, piles, Sephora, Nordstrom, Apple Store, thousands of dollars. Captions, treat yourself era, or tag brands. Scroll deeper, strange comments. Under story Maddie new clothes pile, girl, you still haven't paid me back for the stuff you charged on my card last month. Another, anyone else get random charges after giving this girl your info for a group buy? Someone tent fragged, remember when she used my Amex for those shoes and then disputed it? Bank sided with her, SMH. Couldn't believe eyes. Clicked commenters, mostly young East Side girls, college students, young moms. Stories Maddie invite group buy online sale. Ask card info, order faster. Ship to her, then dispute bank, not me. Some lost hundreds, some over 1,000. No one sued small amounts. Maddie always denied. Sat frozen. Not total shock. Maddie always spoiled, took my stuff no ask. But now, doing strangers, living lavish off it? And mom? Still post proud of my girl, family first, like clueless. Realized? Still living on lies. Not just about me, runaway daughter, but whole new life. Maddie scam money, Richard money, he's surely unaware. My old savings, all holding perfect picture. Thought many nights. Seattle rain endless, sat studio kitchen table, open laptop new project. Weighed ethics. Telling? Revenge? Make me bad? Didn't want harass. Didn't want become person using platform destroy lives, even if they did me. But remembered Miss Lan. You control your own story.
thin. Don't let them define you. Mom told her version 3 years. Me, irresponsible teen, left. Use lie for new home, husband, perfect daughter. I silent. Small community only knew cheap cooking rainy day girl. Couldn't stay silent forever. After sleepless nights, decided. Tell truth, all but my way. No names, no tags, no clear faces, no attack calls. Just tell, reclaim life story control. Opened new premiere project. File title, The Full Story. Filmed studio kitchen, alone, warm ring light. No food, ingredients, just me, tall chair, water glass. Wore old gray hoodie, soaked night kicked out. Deep breath, record. Hi everyone, Rye here. No recipe today. Today, why I started rainy day meals. Told all. Suitcase hallway night, Seattle drizzle soaking hoodie, cold ferry bench, Miss Lan YouthCare, exhausting jobs first cracked phone video, discovering mom remarried erased me, saving shock funding new life, months depression nearly lost everything. Blurred every Facebook screenshot, changed unimportant details, no Bellevue, no Bennett Auto, no Maddie Jennifer names.
Just someone close chose rewrite truth easier for them. If this sounds familiar, don't dig for people in story. Don't harass anyone. This not revenge video. This for those on own metaphorical bus bench. You not worthless. You not deserve erased. Tell your story. Not destroy anyone. Heal yourself.
Posted that first, then opened TikTok story video. Numbers stunned. Over 800K views overnight. Comments flood, notifications endless. Scrolled, reading. Thousands shared similar. Mom kicked me 18 too. Dad took college money, new car, stepbrother. Thanks, speaking, no longer feel bad guy. Some cried with me, some donated YouthCare fundraiser. Video spread YouTube, Instagram Reels, even clipped Twitter. 3 days, over 4 million views. Small Seattle local news. Famous TikToker Rainy Day Meals shares family abandonment story. Community moved. No full name, just young Seattle creator. But Seattle small. People know through friends, school, work. East Side smaller. People connected dots. I know no names, no clear faces, no tags, but mentioned high-end East Side detailing chain, mansion Lake Washington view, stepsister influencer loves online shopping.
Someone commented, sounds like Bennett family Bellevue? Another, Maddie Bennett always invites group buys IG, then people lose money. Comment deleted fast, but screenshots spread private chats, East Side mom Facebook groups, private school alumni. I didn't pin comments, didn't like, didn't answer, who is it sis? Just posted short story. Thanks listening. Focus own stories, don't search others. No harass please. But internet, own life. Week later, email strange address. Richard Bennett at bennettluxuryauto.com. Subject, regarding your recent video. Opened, hand slight shake. Rye, if that's you, someone sent video link. Some details, too familiar. If your mother is Jennifer, need confirm. Is her name Jennifer? Regards, Richard Bennett. Stared screen long. Could ignore, block, delete, but thought he too victim lies some way. Replied short, yes, Jennifer. Nothing more.
Don't know exactly Bellevue Mansion after. Wasn't there Richard confronted mom? Didn't hear ask old $9,400 withdrawal. Didn't see open bank reports. Verify strange chargebacks tied Maddie borrowed company cards. Didn't witness argument. Mom tried just misunderstanding, or Rye really ran away. Only knew results, small pieces. Phone started buzzing non-stop old number, deleted but memorized. First message, Rye, I'm sorry. Then, can you answer? Need talk. People misunderstanding, can you post explain? Richard angry, won't let me stay. Maddie investigated, police asking everything. You my daughter. Help tell people misunderstanding. Messages thick,
Peak dozens an hour, sometimes calls, let ring out. Voice message, mom hoarse, choked. Rye, I'm wrong. Shouldn't kick you. I scared loose everything. Help me, please. First time life, mom needed me.
Not silence, not good daughter photo. Needed save her, save reputation, save new life built lies. Sat Fremont studio, rain pattering window, open thread, read start to end. Imagined mom alone, empty apartment. Maybe Richard asked to move. Pictured staring screen, waiting sing dot or typing bubbles. But I typed nothing. Open settings, muted number forever. Not block, just silent, eternal. Screen stopped buzzing. Sudden silence heard clear rain. First time, closed the door my side. Not revenge, not make her hurt like me. Just protect life rebuilt, zero. Protect rainy day meals. Protect community chose to trust me. Protect 21-year-old girl now knew her own worth. Stood, opened fridge, ingredients new video. No drama video. Cheap chicken soup rainy day, as always. Because new, my story, not end their collapse. Continues me living better, truer, every day.
Weeks after video aired, everything changed. Not just me, old world I once belonged. Didn't follow closely, no obsessed comments or search names. Just heard fragments, old acquaintances, old Anchorhead customers, Ethan Eastside friends. Seattle small, rumors faster than drizzle. Heard Richard ended everything mom weeks after email. No public drama, no lawsuit. Quietly asked mom Maddie move Bellevue Mansion. Cut secondary cards, financial support. Someone said found old bank report, my $9,400 withdrawal, and strange chargebacks Maddie related. Couldn't live lies anymore. Mom lost hotel chain manager job near SeaTac. Not fired direct, voluntary resignation after name whispered staff VIP groups. Someone Maddie scammed card online, special deal booking. Rumors spread Seattle service industry, everyone knows through connection. No one wanted manager name tied family drama fraud.
Maddie, real legal trouble. No heavy prison, young, first time, but 2-year probation, credit card fraud. Required financial responsibility classes, partial victim repayment, record affecting future jobs. Influencer page silent, followers drop sharp, old brands pulled contracts. Heard through others, not them direct. No old family contacted after muted. Last mom message, long voice, choked, but didn't listen. Just felt relief and tired. Not gleeful movie style, no evil laugh champagne. Just huge rock lifted chest after 3 years carrying. Tired loving them so much once. Tired blaming self once. Now rock fallen, but I didn't dance ruins. Just wanted rest. And kept living. Rainy day meals didn't stop drama. Opposite, grew stronger. Followers surged story video, but stayed old videos, cheap, warm, real cooking.
Expanded content, not just recipes, series emergency funds, rights, youth family financial cutoff, finding shelter support big cities, long partnered YouthCare, Miss Lan Own Fund, Rainy Day Fund, monthly channel revenue portion, grocery gift cards, basic cookware kits, life skills crosses, 18 to 24 leaving home or foster care. Some days, live Zoom cooking youth shelters everywhere. Seattle, Portland, even California a few. Taught chicken soup, discounted rotisserie, phone broth. Asked everything. Save high rent, cope family cutoff, trust again after betrayal. Answered own experience. No sugarcoat, no pretend easy. Still small Fremont studio. Still nightly rain listen. Still clearance by habit viewers love watch turn delicious. Ethan full-time editor. Small team email contracts. Not rich, free. Decide schedule, content, use earnings help others. Some nights, window, watch white rain.
Think, mom. Not glowing Facebook Jennifer. Woman chain-smoked old apartment balcony rent late. Snapped me no one else vent. Think Maddie. Girl once borrowed my stuff, no return. Think Richard. Man probably believed perfect family picture. No hate, just regret. Regret could have different. Chose truth, chose me. But no regret self, chose right. People say family everything, no longer think so. Real family, not blood, not name, not house. Family Miss Lan, open shelter door, taught rewrite story. Ethan pulled depression coffee, straight talk. Million stranger viewers comment, thanks sis, no longer feel worthless.
Youth never met Zoom cook cry sharing family stories. Mom said that night cold, want independent, do it. Didn't expect angry, selfish words become greatest accidental gift, became superpower, rise, rebuild, self-love when no one did.
So if watching this familiar, if kicked out, cut off, erased family story, told irresponsible, selfish, or chose leave, want here clear. Not crazy wanting fair treatment. Not selfish setting boundaries birth parent. Not worthless just someone chose not see worth. If own metaphorical bus bench, freezing, hungry, nowhere, remember, not alone. Someone sat there, dragged suitcase rain, now telling, you rise, you rebuild, one day help others same. Live good, true, with people you choose stay, that most beautiful revenge. Thanks staying end story. If ready, start writing your own. Rye.